badass old school way how to train a healer. How one became a healer in a time where there was no schools and no books, no teaching in this kind of form. Well, this method is simple. It's like the way teaching somebody swim by pushing him into the water. There's no other way, no other choice. There is no option left but to learn swim, or he will die. And this method is based on the very same principle. Imagine a story. Imagine a person who wants to become a healer. And he goes to a teacher and he becomes a student. A time comes for the first lesson. And the student asks his master, Master, what is this first lesson? What is it going to be about? The master gives him a rotten apple. I tell him to eat that apple. Well, the student is confused, but he believes his master and he will do it. Once he ate the apple, he looked at the master and said, "What now, master? What am I supposed to do now?" The master said, "You just ate a rotten apple. You are going to be sick. And this is your first task. Heal yourself." And there it is. The student was thrown into the deep water for the very first time, knowing nothing, have no skills, no abilities, no information. And now he's facing the real danger of becoming sick and perhaps die. And so the student has no other option but believe himself. Believe in his powers. Believe that it is possible for him to heal himself. And because the master is not willing to help him, he himself has no information, no clue, no idea what to do. The only way left for him is to turn on his body, on intelligence and abilities, the capability of his body to heal itself. He knew that he was already sick several times, and even without help from outside, the body was always able to get better again, heal itself. And so the student said, I have no idea how to heal this sickness, but there is one thing I know. I know how to take care of my body. And that is what he did. He paid attention to everything his body was asking for. He gave the body enough water. He gave the body best food. And he allowed the body to spend all its energy for this healing. He created environment which supported the body in its mission. After a few days in the bed, the student was healthy again. And so he went to the master, happy with his achievement. And he said to the master, Master, I finished the first quest. I healed myself, just as you told me. And the master said, well done. You accomplished the first step. And the student was impatient. He started asking the master, Master, what is the next mission? What is the second quest? And the master gave the student the same rotten apple as before. And now the student was confused again. But he believed his master, and so he ate the apple. And he asked, "What am I supposed to do now, master?" And the master said, "Your body already knows how to heal itself. Your body already remembers, but do you?" And the student was confused again, walking back to his small house, lay down on the bed, start thinking. What does the master think about? Like, what did he mean? Like, how can I understand? How can I remember? And more he thought about it, more and more confused he became. And the next day he got a fever, and he felt really, really bad. So bad, and he was not even able to think straight. And in this very moment, something clicked in his head. And he said, "Well, if I am not able to think properly, if I don't clearly, if I cannot rely on my brain, what can I rely on? Where can I put my trust?" He take a deep breath. He exhale. And then it clicks again. And now he knows. When I can't think, when I cannot use my logic, my brain, to figure everything out, how about if I stop thinking? How about if I only be? How about if I only pay attention to my feelings? How about if I learn what I feel, what my body feels? What if this is what my master has in mind? And so he did that. He stayed in bed, had terrible fever for several days, and he laid there and did nothing. He did not think, did not move. He just lay in his bed, and all that time he was trying to remember all the feeling he felt during this process. Once he became healthy again, he get up from the bed, jump off his legs, and run straight to the master. And he yelled from the far, "Master, master, now I understand, now I get it, now I know what is happening inside of my body. Now I know." How can I help even better? And the master said, "Well done. You accomplished the second step." And the student, all excited, said, "All right, master, what's next? What's the next step? Tell me, I wanna know." And the master gave the student another rotten apple, asking him to eat that. And the student was confused again. But he trusted his master, so he ate the apple. And once again he became sick. But this time the master gave him one more task. And he asked him to not rely on his body to heal from inside, but this time he wanted him to heal himself from outside. Oh man, this gave some headache to the student. This really made him more confused than in the first and the second time together. He was like, alright. First two missions was about understanding that the healing capacity of the body is there, and the body doesn't need anything else. That is, it has enough power to help itself. And now the master is asking me to heal myself from outside? How? And so he went back to this little house, sit on a couch, sit on his bed, scratching his head, confused and sad, with no idea what to do.